to Arthur L. Williams Stadium in Lynchburg, home to the Liberty Flames, and fans have been eagerly anticipating this clash and filling up this stadium quickly. This one, a matchup between two teams from Virginia, where bragging rights in the Commonwealth are at stake. As we'll see a squad from the Sun Belt, the James Madison Dukes, taking on a team from Conference USA, the Liberty Flames. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Dukes will put total leather to crank us up. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the... yard line. The offense set for a first down play. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Looking to scramble. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
And the defense comes out on the very first play of the game on the road, and they bring the energy. Get the sack. They came into this one on fire, ready to go, and that is a statement early.
A first down sack can wreck a drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Wants to throw. It's Salter. They're working that left side. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch. And they'll get it to the 39-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Wow, and what a great job by that quarterback, finding his open receiver on 3rd down. You know, guys, one of the most telling stats at the end of the game is 3rd down conversion percentage. If you're a great 3rd down team, it's invaluable to your offensive success, and that's why teams drill 3rd down so much in practice.
The Flames come to the line with a fresh set of downs. He's going to pass. He's looking deep. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. Touchdown, Liberty! What a grab and go for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving through.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Down here for the offense. From the gun, the ground game. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the 1st down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They're going to ride this running back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
He's got the back in the middle. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that 1st.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Now adjusting. He'll turn it loose out to the right. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. It is a valuable tool to have a quarterback that can extend a play like that. But sometimes you're smart to be check down Charlie and just take something easy and not invite disaster.
Because when you roll out, you're cutting the field in half, right? The defense starts to run from one side to where you're rolling out to. The field kind of shrinks and it kind of becomes a little bit of backyard ball, and you could tell he forced that one in there. Didn't get the interception, thank goodness, but it wasn't a great decision.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Just inside the 40-yard line, it's 1st and 10 from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Feeling some heat. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
You know, one of the tricky parts with play action for a quarterback is that when you turn your back to the defense to sell the play fake, you have no idea what's going on behind you. You don't know what the coverage has become, and you don't know which D linemen have won their one-on-ones. The worst thing is you turn around after the play fake, and bam! That defender's right in your face.
You know, it's easy to catch the football, but it's a lot harder to catch it when you're about to be out of bounds and you got to twist your body and turn it and keep it in bounds. What a great job by the receiver with great body control, staying in bounds and making the catch.
Just inside the 30 at the 29, it's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Looking to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass. And they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Not a chance. Missed it. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Here comes the offense on 1st down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes trouble. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the 1st period.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Liberty 7, James Madison 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Salter. It's complete to the left. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the 1st down.
On 3rd down, offenses have their plays. What they like in 3rd and short, what they like 3rd and medium, 3rd and long. Great job by the offense having success. Now it's incumbent upon the defense to learn their plays and try to shut it down throughout the game.
They'll throw it on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places and even throw him the football. But the screen game's a big part of it, too. They're trying to get him going there.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Dances away from the heat. And this one's not working, he'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. From the gun, wants to pass. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. Fires it into traffic, and it's picked off. On the move is the 30. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. About the only good thing that happened for the offense on that play, at least it wasn't a pick six. What a return.
Yeah, that didn't look good for the offense. You know all those big fellas, those O-linemen, they're not going to be able to go make the play. So as the DB getting the interception, you know if you can break that play and you can get past that level, it might be to the house. It might be to the crib. Lucky that wasn't a pick six if you're on offense.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And they'll finally track him down and shove him out at the 2.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
To the air, it's Barnett. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Line of scrimmage is the 2, and they can pick up the first down here, but going for the touchdown here on 4th and short. They'll try to pick up the first. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Low man wins. Defense that time on 4th down was expecting run, and you saw at the point of attack how they just dominated. There was nowhere for that guy to go. Defense wins the down. They give it back up now to their offense.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. The give on the inside. Finds a little bit of room as he'll get 2 out to the 6.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Nice move to keep running. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Pressure coming. And they got him for the sack.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Big first down sack for the defense, brings up 2nd down. Looking for a man, it's Salter. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
You see this more and more in college football. Motion the running back out of the backfield. What am I looking for? I'm looking to see if it's man coverage. Does a linebacker go and chase him? If he does, guess what I get to do? Take advantage of my matchup. I like my speed better than yours.
Dumps it to the back. Snags it over the middle. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Going up top on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
The incompletion brings up a second down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Wants to throw on second down. Keeps looking downfield. He'll get rid of it. Got him downfield. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
He'll just keep slinging it. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Tune in to the Ocho. 8th play of the drive coming up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
And the Flames have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Now facing some adversity on this drive after the loss of 4. It's 2nd and 14. They'll run it to the right. Got enough space. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Flames. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
And they did tack on the extra point. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game.
And it's picked off. Bringing it back. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage. So wave off the turnover, give up the yardage. It'll be first down. Trying to get to it. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
You know, it's so important for corners to be able to transition, right? You got to have real loose hips. You got to be able to change direction on a dime. And in zone coverage, when you see the ball thrown, you can break on it and force incompletions like that.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Still on his feet at the 45. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll come out throwing on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And the pass hits, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. The Flames will kick it off to start the second half.
Set to kick this one.
Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
It's complete on the right side. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play. The expressway is wide open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Barnett. Quick strike complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. They'll leave it with him. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Didn't get much, picked up a yard, and that will leave them with 4th and 2.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this deep tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on 4th down, trailing by double figures. They'll try it on the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, James Madison. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And right down the middle. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Well, after not getting a thing done on 1st down, it's 2nd and long from the 24. Using his legs to buy some time. Quarterback all over the place, trying to make a play, but eventually he goes down.
And that's the thing about this defense. Yeah, they may be losing the game right now, but they've got difference makers on that side of the football. They got guys that can step up like that, create havoc, get a sack, create negative plays. They're going to need more of that here in the second half if they're going to win this game.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Fires to the middle. And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line.
Madison offense will take over 1st and 10.
James Madison ready to go back on the attack. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Couldn't make the play last time. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 30. To throw, it's Barnett. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Ross. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And that one's incomplete. Second and 10 here. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Knight. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
When you get man-to-man coverage and you're running that curl, I got to sell him deep. I got to get a little bit of space where I can make him think I'm running deep, and then I sit down real quick. QB, wide receiver on the same page. First down.
He'll pull it down and run. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Great job by that defender. I mean, he timed that snap count perfectly, got into the backfield and created the negative play.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. Scanning the field, it's Barnett. Pocket starts to collapse. And wings it incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Let's see what they dial up on this fourth down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Liberty 14, James Madison 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He's looking to pass. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together.
Oh, look out! Crosses midfield. Past the 30. The 20. Touchdown, Liberty! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
What a big-time run. He's still running. Over 90 yards. That's one of those when you're running to the end zone, you're looking behind you, you're looking on the Jumbotron to see if anybody's going to catch him, and nobody's going to catch him on that huge touchdown run.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Just about set to kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Giving him his pads. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. For this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
And move on. Like, we needed points. That's something that we can harp on. We'll watch the tape this week, but now it's time to move on. Let's get another drive going.
Back to throw, it's Barnett. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Man, he was open. He had an opportunity. He just kind of looked that thing. A lot of times guys are catching it, and as they're catching, you see their head start to turn to try to think about getting upfield, and they just lose that concentration for a second. A little missed opportunity there for this offense.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down.
I think if you're the head coach at this point, you're telling your offense, it doesn't matter what's happened up to this point of the game. Obviously, things haven't gone our way, but we have a chance to execute in a 2-minute situation and give ourselves a chance to win. Let's go do it one play at a time.
And the Dukes have it with a 1st and 10. He wants to throw. With the catch, it's Knight. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down.
And that's perfect for the defense. You'll give that up all day. You're winning this game by multiple possessions late in the game. Play big zone coverages, keep the ball in front of you, and tackle the ball carrier in bounds.
Still some work to do after that last completion. It's 2nd down. The aerial assault continues. Quick completion on the out. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. And his throw is incomplete.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the 1st down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to...
And he reels it in inside the 30. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
To the air on 1st down. He'll take a shot. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Dukes. Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all 0.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they finish things off with a 21-yard touchdown pass.
14.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. So we've got a tight spot here, David. They'd love to run out the clock, but all those timeouts staring at them.
Yeah, they got 3 timeouts on defense, but I know a 1st down ends this football game. So I got to get my guys physical, ready to roll.
Yeah, because you know this defense is going to be playing the run. They're going to be loading the box, trying to get tackles, using their timeouts to get the football back. So this is going to come down to who's better in the trenches.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. The back goes in motion. Dropping back, it's Salter. He's got him in the flat. They make the stop after the catch and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The crowd is going to tell you the result of this one. They are into it on this huge 3rd and 3. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
The RPO game works really well for this offense because the running back is very patient. It's a bit of a delayed handoff, but he's very good at finding the creases and finding the lanes and then putting his foot in the ground and getting north.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. They'll ride the hot hand. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Here's the handoff. Still running at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
I bet that running back's eyes got so big when he gets that handoff going to the right and he sees the huge holes. Yes, please.
The defense just didn't flow quickly enough. All of the blockers had leverage on their men.
Man, that defensive line has to get off the ball a little bit better, get some penetration to stop that outside run.
The give to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's a great play there by the defense, stopping that run. But now with less than a minute to go, you got to use your timeout. You got to try and conserve as much clock as possible to give yourself a chance to win.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback takes the snap and kneels down. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.